Minnesota, Tina Smith. Senator, DHS says that this woman attempted to run over law enforcement officers in an attempt to kill them. Secretary of DHS, Kristi Noem, says this was an act of domestic terrorism. You've seen the video. What's your response?
Well, I think that's total nonsense, and I think it's also reckless and completely irresponsible for Secretary Noem and President Trump to basically have drawn all the conclusions they need to draw about this incident without any investigation at all. This was a 37-year-old woman. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. She was shot in her car. She was in a neighborhood that is not that far from my home in Minneapolis, a peaceful neighborhood, and it's just inconceivable to me that they would be so reckless and so irresponsible in the midst of this terrible tragedy.
So that's the first time we've heard her name said, Renee Nicole Good. Do you know anything more about her? We're told that all we know is that she was not a target of the ICE enforcement operation earlier in the day. You just gave us her name, 37 and white and a U.S. citizen. What else can you tell us about her?
Yes, that's right. She was a United States citizen. Her mother has put out a statement that has been printed in the Minnesota Star Tribune, providing the information that we have about who she was. And it is, I think, important to say her name because she is a United States citizen who was shot and killed by federal ICE agents, as by all accounts and by the on-the-ground witnesses and by the video that I've seen, appeared to be trying to get out of the situation and in no way could be a domestic terrorist.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, said this at today's news conference. Take a listen.
To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. And now somebody is dead. That's on you.
What do you think?
The first thing I did after I spoke to Mayor Frey this morning was to call our contacts at the Department of Homeland Security and urge them to get ICE out of the scene of this shooting because they were fomenting and escalating the situation rather than contributing to public safety in any way. I think Mayor Frey is exactly right. These 2,000 or so reported agents have flooded into Minneapolis and they have created chaos. They have created fear. They are in no way coordinating with local or state law enforcement, which contributes to the chaos in additional ways. I mean, just as one example, it's been reported that when the ambulances were trying to get onto the scene to help this woman who's been shot, that they couldn't even get to where they needed to get to because ICE was in the way. No coordination at all. And that has direct impacts on the safety of people who live in my community. They are not helping public safety. They are hurting public safety.
So just to give a little bit more information from the Minneapolis Star Tribune article that you referred to, Renee Nicole Good, the 37-year-old, killed. Her mother, Donna Ganger, told the paper that her daughter lived in the Twin Cities with her partner. And she said that's so stupid that she was killed. She was probably testified. She said her daughter is, quote, not part of anything like that at all, referring to the protesters challenging ICE agents. Renee was one of the kindest people I've ever known. She was extremely compassionate. She's taken care of people all her life. She was loving, forgiving, and affectionate. She was an amazing human being. The paper also notes that Renee Nicole Good had been married to a gentleman named Timmy Ray Macklin Jr., who died in 2023, and they have a son who is 4 or 5 years old. Again, that's one of your constituents. Now she's gone, and now that child is orphaned.
And imagine that the Secretary of Homeland Security and the President of the United States are impugning this woman's reputation, calling her a domestic terrorist and a professional agitator when they know nothing of who this person is. And they, frankly, know nothing about the community that I call home. And that's why I think they should get the heck out of town. They are not contributing in any way. In fact, they're hurting people in my community. And I can tell you, Jake, that as I said, I know this part of Minneapolis extremely well, and it is full of people who are passionate about their community, and they are terrified, they are angry, they are grieving, and it is unacceptable that the federal government would be seen to them as an enemy of the people rather than an enterprise that is there to help them.
Senator Tina Smith, Democrat of Minnesota, thanks for joining us on this horrible day. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jake.